guys? Welcome back for another video. It's a little cold out today, but I wanted to get you this video. First of all, wanted to thank you guys for all the feedback I've been getting. And for once, we're out of the office. We're out here. It's sunny, but it's windy and it's cold. But been wanting to get out and shoot the bow. I kind of been slacking on that. But first of all, before we get into today's video, wanted to apologize for the fact that I didn't get the progress video out on Rich Piana's 12-week challenge out on the actual day of Tuesday. I know I said in the video that it was 2 days in a row. It wasn't. The rendering was crazy long. It took me like 3 hours to get that video processed onto YouTube. So I didn't get it up in time, and I want to apologize for that. I need to get obviously used to how long it takes, and it was also a very long video. I had to cut it down almost in half. So expect the other half of that next week. I know I said I was kind of on the fence about doing weekly videos, but maybe expect more next week to be about you guys and you guys getting started, and less about me and what I'm doing. But today's not fitness. Today's something a little more, I'm a little equally as passionate about, and that is bow hunting. And today we're going to take a look at my bow setup. Now, I want you guys to first of all, realize that this is probably all going to change in the next couple months, because I'm probably going to change majority of what is on this bow. So to start things off, just to give you guys a look when we take my quiver off, this is my bow. So I'm shooting the G5 or the Quest Amp by G5. Basically, this is the intro model, I guess you could say, start out model for G5, the makers of Prime. This is a fantastic bow for someone starting out. This is my first bow. I've had it for a couple years now. And the reason I say it's such a fantastic bow for someone starting out with this bow is it's fast, and it's fairly quiet. It's forgiving. It's smooth, and more importantly, if you see right here, you can adjust the draw length on the fly, as well as right here on the ends of the limbs you can adjust the draw weight on the fly. So that was one big thing for me starting out shooting, like I started out real low to get my form down. You don't need to be pulling your full weight that you want to hunt with, and you're not going to be able to. You're just not used to it. So I was able to start out with 40 pounds or 40, 45 pounds, get the motion down. By the summer, I was pulling 65. So I highly recommend this bow to anyone starting out in bow hunting. It's not a fairly expensive bow. You can buy the kit, I think, with a bow ready to go to hunt at like Bass Pro Shops in black for like $550, $600. I bought the bow bare at a sportsman shop because I wanted the camo, and I also wanted the option to put my own stuff on it, because I feel like that's where they cut corners, is on the accessories like the sight and the stabilizer. So I wanted to put my own stuff on it. Yes, this is a start out bow, but I've done some things to make it a little more unique, a little more, I guess, geared towards the new primes. But we're not going to get into all of it. First things first is I've got a custom string on it, wrapped string, green and black, very durable string. I forget what the name of the string I bought was called, but I bought it from Field & Stream. Guy put it on. Very nice string. Of course, I shoot a kisser button to help me get the same place every time. Probably don't need that as much anymore, but starting out that was real helpful. You know, because you anchor that kisser button right there in your lip, so you hit the same spot every time. Next thing is my sight. I'm shooting a trophy. Let's see if I can get it where you guys can look through it. I don't know if you can see, but I'm shooting a Trophy Ridge React Pro 5-pin. It's supposed to be the sights. How the sight's supposed to work is you sight your 20 and 30 in, and your 40, 50, and 60 fall in. That's a lie. This sight does not do that. If it does, I mean, it's close, but it's not dialed in. My opinion on the sight is I'm not real impressed with it right now. Sight doesn't track real well, meaning on the movements when you are trying to adjust it on the fly, it doesn't track real well. It's kind of all over the place, and it's moved on me twice. I caught it that it had moved on me last bow season, and I just checked it a couple days ago, and it had moved again. I'm shooting high and to the left. I guess you guys could say it's me, but I'm shooting patterns the size of a baseball at least. So I don't think it's me. It very well could be. Next is my stabilizer. This is the most favorite stabilizer I have ever had, and it's a Bee Stinger. I believe this is the 12-inch. Reason I like the Bee Stinger compared to the others is if you notice the Bee Stinger, the weights are at the end of the stabilizer. It's not all the weight. Reason I like this is because it allows me to hold my bow more steady at longer yardages because the weight's at the end of the stabilizer, so it's holding the bow that down while I'm holding the bow. I really like that about this sight. And also you can take these weights on and you can also call them, I believe, and they'll send you more weights if that's not enough. But that's how many I use. I think that's what it came with, all of them. Very nice stabilizer. If I end up changing bows, I will most likely end up buying another one of these or keeping this one. Next is my release. A lot of people shoot a Whisker Biscuit. Not everybody has transferred to the Quad HD or Quad drop away rest. That's what I started with. Quad Ultra or drop away rest is amazing. Of course, that's all I've ever used. But that's what I recommend. Now, how this works is you know, you've got your arrow, so let's get an arrow real quick. So you knock your arrow, and then you lay your arrow in there, and you just fold that up, and it picks your arrow up. So that when you pull back, your arrow's up in place, and when you let go, it drops away and releases the arrow. So that's what type of rest I shoot. Release, I shoot a Mongoose XT release, just your basic trigger release. A lot of guys like the thumb release. I've never used the thumb release just because I like to have it right there bow hunting. A lot of times, you know, if I'm got my hands in my pocket or whatnot, kind of like I do right now because my hands are cold, you know, my release is right there if a deer walks in on the fly. So I've heard a lot of camera guys say that they have a problem with the release hitting the camera, so I don't know if me filming this year is going to get in the way and I have to switch. But now for arrows. I don't shoot your typical arrow you buy at Bass Pro. I shoot a custom arrow. I shoot a gold tip Hunter XT with Easton blazer vanes. Obviously those are custom orange with white blazer vanes. Reason I shoot this is I think Easton makes the best vanes, and I think gold tip makes one of the best arrows. This flies really good out of my bow. I've spent a lot of money trying to find this combination. On the end of it, I'm shooting a Toxic 100 grain broadhead and an Illuminoc. I don't know why I couldn't think of that. Illuminoc. I shoot the red. I feel like I can see the red best out of my bow when I release it. I really like that. I like the Luminox over the others because you could turn the Luminox off and practice with them. I carry 6 arrows with me in the woods, and then this is my just your clip-on G5 quiver. Reason I like this quiver is it just slides onto the side of your bow, and you just clamp it down, and you're good to go to walk through the woods. Easy, comes off easy. Because of this stabilizer, my bow don't fit in my case real well, so I like to be able to take it off. Things I want to change as far as my bow, I'd like to get a new bow. I'm looking at all the new 2017s, but I plan on shooting the new Hoyt Defiant, the Prime Synergy, Mathews Havalon 34, and those are the main 3 I'm looking at right now. And I plan to shoot all 3 of those and do videos on them, do reviews, because I see a lot of people shooting bows and giving reviews, but they haven't shot any of the other ones, so it's just their biased opinion on what they like. So you're going to see me shoot all 3. Honestly, I'm really liking the Hoyt Pro Defiant, or not the Pro Defiant, the Carbon Defiant, and the Synergy right now. Reason I like, if I had to go with one right now, I'd probably go with the Synergy because I've shot G5 for 2 years now, and I feel like that'd be an easy transition for me. As far as sight, I'd like to switch to a Spot Hogg Father, a single pin. Reason being is I only use my 20 pin 99% of the time anyways, because I pull 70 pounds, so I can get away with using my 20 pin at 30 yards, 35 yards, and it'll hit within the same area, you know, vicinity to kill a deer. And then also because when I get out to 40, 50 yards, that trophy ridge is just not real dialed in, and I don't know, I just can't pull it in to hit where I want to hit. And then release will probably stay the same, as well as my stabilizer and the drop away rest. But if you have any questions, please comment, ask. Hopefully here in the next week or 2 I'm going to try to track down these bows. The reason I say track down is I'm left-handed, and I'm going to have to try to find somewhere that has the Defiant, the Synergy, and the Havalon 34 in left-handed, because I am left-handed, and shoot those bows and tell you what I think about them. But as always, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what I can do better. Hope you guys had a great day. Hope you guys liked this video. Enjoyed seeing what I shoot, why I shoot it, and kind of some of the things I like to use. I'm going to wrap this up today. Hopefully I have a video out here in a day or 2 for you. Nice little different change of pace with everything. Getting outside. Hopefully we can do this more. Hopefully it warms up and it doesn't rain anymore. Jesse checking out here. I'll see you guys next time.